Hello, and welcome to the commentary. This is Mr. Shaver, writer, director, producer, editor, and all that other complicated stuff. Anyways, see that picture right there? On the DVD cover, I actually made Tina a little bit taller so she was the same height as Zach. I didn't want Zach to be too much taller. So here we are meeting our newscasters at our news desk, the majority of which is actually fake. And here's Brock Lee, played by Zach. Now, a lot of these names, I actually spent quite a bit of time trying to come up with kind of humorous names for everyone involved here. And take a look at that mean mustache there. That was like a month of pre-production, having him grow that out for us. Here we are with our first scene, Kim, our diligent reporter, and our family here with Brady and Cassie as the parents, looking very old and mature. Now, this is one of my favorite gags here. Hey, where's that music coming from? I should have done that somewhere else in the movie too, but oh well. Now watch the top right-hand corner. Hey, okay, there's my cue. We're actually using a little bit of a wide-angle lens here on the camera to kind of get the whole people in here. Here's Valerie. She's the teen. Here's our current kind of joke, and she turns and actually is supposed to be talking to someone on the cell phone, but we kind of missed that. Here's another great comedic scene. James pulls this off perfectly. Gonna pick my nose. Cut right in, and there's Mom. Back to our fake studio, and here we meet our major comic relief for our movie, Luzar. That was a no-brainer picking that name for that character. So here we are with Tony as Santa, and the key with this Santa is to make him look as fake Santa as possible. Like, we wanted his hair sticking out. He's not Santa, but his name might be Steve. You can hear the traffic in the background too, added that noise in. They still have faith in Lou. They think he can figure it out. That logo there, that action. Oh, here's Ian. Yeah. Took him a while to grow that mustache too. That logo there, I made that logo. It's very much based on other news stations, especially out of the States. I did a lot of research looking at this whole Action News 7 stuff, and that Action News is actually a specific type of format that some news stations actually have. Here we are. Now, the great thing about shooting in a school is that you have a lot of different locations. That chair's out of my room, and here we are with Dr. Doctor. His expertise is a mile wide and an inch deep. I don't know if you get that or not, but here we are, and Brittany, our expert interviewer, and Drake with an excellent accent. I actually had some glasses for him, but I forgot them at home when we shot this scene, so we had trouble getting these two in together here too. We had to put them very close to fit.
Thanks, Sue. Now let's see how those local sports teams are
very
doing.
professional Tina there.
Sports report with Dodge College.
Oh yeah, Dodge. I like that name too. Now this scene cut here, that's me actually throwing that football. It took us a couple tries to get that, and I have Randy actually on the other side intercepting the pass, so it didn't go anywhere. Lou, now we kind of realize that there's something really wrong with Lou here. Maybe he wasn't the best person to hire. We're in Mr. Rebelotto's office here, and he played this perfectly. He added that wasn't actually in the script there. Speaking of the script, there it is in front of Tina. Now, of course, that works well because newscasters are supposed to have papers on their desk, right? But there's actually a large, bold print script in front of the camera, and you can see Tina's kind of glancing to that every once in a while. There she is reading it. Now here's our great pesky reporter, Karen. Now, Connor here, I said, okay, we'll get you like a green wig to put on. He's like, oh, I don't want to wear a wig. Can't you just dye my hair? I'm like, you'd rather dye your hair than wear a green wig? Yeah, I'll look silly in a wig. I'm like, fine, I'll dye your hair green then. So I bought some hairspray dye and put about the whole can in his head. Oh, that's what he wanted to do. Actors, they're hard to work with sometimes. Come back to Ian. Another great line. Yeah, it's still cold. That's a little bit of a lift on the Family Guy, too. That's an Amnesty International logo. I don't know if you get that. Now, Daisy did a great job here as a reporter. Very professional. The most believable out of all the reporters. She did it, like, just has the phrasing. I love the voice on the elves, too. Now, there's our smoke machine that I brought down there. Oh, look, his ear fell off. Now, right before we went to, now this is down the boiler room. Now, right before we went to film this, we actually supposed to have this red siren flashing, but just before I started to film, I actually knocked it off the table and it kind of broke. So it was unfortunate that we didn't have that effect. But I thought the smoke in the background was still good enough. Kind of gives you the idea that these elves are being kind of abused by Santa here. And it's a human rights issue. Where are we going? Oh, yes. Now we're in room 6 because Miss Lockie had a great couch in there. Put the posters up in the background, trying to make it look like the messy boys' bedroom kind of thing, just playing video games. If you listen to the background, there's actually real Halo gameplay sounds that I kind of borrowed off the internet there. I like the P-Dog comment. This is good. Now, we filmed, it took us several takes. Now, Tucker's hanging upside down the whole time for that. And, yeah. Now that's supposed to be, I'm busy, Evan's comment. But yeah, a lot of blood was rushing to Tucker's head. But it was a little underplayed by Evan on that comment. But it was still good. And Isaac got his first line really good. Rewind that and watch Isaac's line again. He really got that right on. We're back in the studio again. Again, most of that's fake. The background's not there. The kind of grayish block in front of the thing. Oh, see that edit there? Haha, I'm being sneaky, trying to sneak in and edit. And that was the problem with this, was a lot of this had to be done in one shot, except for the newscasters. Here we are, presumably in the North Pole, with Amanda interviewing Mrs. Claus. And I like this. She always gets the best Christmas presents. It took me a little while to kind of find an appropriate background for that, because they couldn't be outside, because that'd be too cold. So it took me a second. Now here we are. This took quite a few shots too. Now, take a careful look at the ground as we go in. We actually have markers where we're supposed to stand. Watch, you can see it right there in front of his toes. That's where he's supposed to stand. And it took us a while to kind of line that up without me being seen. Now, this was tough, too, because out of all the props, I only ever forgot the glasses for Drake, for the expert, and the black boots. I'm like, what are we going to do? I don't know. So, we need someone to flush the toilet. So we ran outside, and just then Tina and Valerie happened to be coming down the stairs. I said, Tina, I need you in here to flush the toilet. She's like, all right. I said, who wants to flush it? Who wants to help me? Tina raised her hand first. I'm like, great, come on to the boys' bathroom. She was like, what? And it just so happened she was wearing black boots. So it worked out perfectly. So here we are now at the big ending now. If you're at the Christmas concert, this is the moment where Santa would enter from the rear and waving and jumping and, all that sort of fun stuff with the jingle bells. So now a lot of people have kind of asked, like, how'd I do this? Or how was this done? This was all filmed with a green screen, which you'll see in the bonus features. And then it was dumped onto my Mac. And I did a lot of this using the program called Motion. I edited it in iMovie and a little bit actually in Windows Movie Maker, and then exported all that into Motion. Now, if you see, the logo was spinning and the snow was falling, and that's actually from one single snowflake. And then I told it to multiply and added gravity to it. It's a really cool program. And here we are at the end. And actually on the left side of the screen, if you can go back, there's actually, I had to overlap it there because we kind of didn't do the green screen properly, and you can see a little bit of the background. Here we are, some more funny names and some more flashy motion graphics, and we're coming to the end. I hope you enjoyed Action Newsroom 7 and Kleps Globe Media Productions, and we'll see you next year.